And as for Upper Room, Andres Marrero, Giancarlos Aranguren, Luis Risquez, Dion Wright Ford, and Peter Chavomansky on the floor for Upper Room. Here we go for the tip.
So I talked to Rothesay's coach earlier today. He said that their team would be best if they're running up and down. So I look to see for a lot of pressure coming out the gate.
Marrero top of the key. Here's Wright Ford.
And he's a strong lefty, so see they're trying to force it to that right hand. That's a good steal.
Ball on the ground. Risquez with it. Kicks outside. Shot from three. Off the front iron coming from Chavomansky. Rothesay has it. Here's Alamutu driving.
That was a good first defensive possession for Rothesay. They was able to get up and play some pressure. And so he's trying to go to a little full court pressure right now. They want to push this tempo.
Here's Aranguren.
Yeah, they're really being aggressive right now on the ball right now. Really up in their faces.
No easy paint scores today.
Yeah, that might be the match they want to split right there. Good defense by Alamutu. Great defense right there.
Alamutu pushing, kicks outside, almost picked off by Marrero. Backed outside to Tynes. Underneath.
Good pass.
Up. Blocked.
And
into the hands of Upper Room. Still scoreless, about a minute and a quarter.
Look at the rush on that possession. I think they need to slow down and run the set. They're really getting up into Upper Room Christian, but good pass by Moraz. He got to go straight up with that.
Chavomansky up and in. Peter Chavomansky has the first points of the night.
That was a really good pass, Moraz. Way to see the floor.
Tynes up with it. Tough shot. Rolls off the front iron.
But that's all right. You want to see the point guard be aggressive in this situation. Teams having a little difficulty scoring. Why not take the shot?
Marrero gets a screen. Risquez creates some space. Risquez from the free throw line rolls up and in. Luis Risquez
so on that
has his first points of the day.
On that possession, Rothesay was icing the pick, meaning that they was trying to force it down for the guy into the pick. And it was good execution by Moraz to find the open man.
Great defense so far being played by Upper Room, not allowing any easy paint scores. Rothesay can't find any space.
I just think once Rothesay and they get calmed down and slowed down, I think they'll find the shots. They need to get some stops on this side of the floor though. Get a stop and run.
Jack Fifield and Mateo Zagar checked out. Caleb Sully is checked in, along with Tyler Fiawi. Tyler Fiawi, the 7-footer. It's going to be an interesting matchup between him and Risquez all day.
Yeah, I talked to Coach, and Coach said that they're trying to develop his skill set.
He's a young guy. Doesn't graduate till 2022. Aranguren kicks outside. Three, good. Knocking it down is Chavomansky. He's off to a hot start.
That was a good extra pass by Giancarlos. Very good IQ on that play.
Here's Tynes.
See, they're really disrupting the half-court offense right now.
Gets a screen.
A good double up top.
Tynes trying to make something happen. Pump fake. Alamutu. Back outside Sully. Tynes for three. Off the back iron. No good. Rebounded by Risquez.
When a team is being pressured that high, you have to move the ball. Got to get some man movement, body movement. Kellen had the ball up top, and there was not a lot of movement going on. So they need to kind of move it up to free up the defense.
Here's Wright Ford, waiting for him to get going. A nice move, kicks outside. Aranguren, high, arcing shot. But a call on a foul. Kellen Tynes calls for the foul. It should send Giancarlos Aranguren to the free throw line for a couple.
Well, realizing with this Upper Room Christian team that their guards are very patient. They're very patient when they get into space. They're very patient when they get into traffic, making an open pass, finding the open man. They're very unselfish right now early in this ballgame.
You know, you can tell the chemistry also. Aranguren and Marrero have been playing in the backcourt together for a long time. They know where they are in certain spots. It's a very easy fit for Andres Marrero and Giancarlos Aranguren.
And that's good because when you have guards that know what they need to do, it makes your life as a coach much more easier. So I know Coach loves his two guards as a luxury.
Checked into the game for Rothesay is Matt Pinnell.
And they are
Here's
really
Sully.
getting up into them right now.
Double team on Sully. Gets rid of the ball. Here's Tynes. Guarded by Chovomansky. 3 from Tynes. Off the front iron, and Rothesay is still scoreless in the game.
So we take a shot like that, it becomes an outlet pass. And
Aaron Gurin cutting inside. The great pass from Risquez. Timeout Rothesay as it is early. An early lead for Upper Room. Scoreless. Rothesay can't get anything going.
But they can't just stand upside, dribble. It has to be some ball movement going on right now, and I expect to see it right now at the timeout.
Tynes.
Yep, there it is. They're gonna move the ball around.
Shot by Pinnell for 3 off the front iron.
But that was a great shot.
Offensive board by Tynes.
Great shot, though. That was a good shot. You want to get out the timeout. Open 3-point shot.
And you can tell Tynes getting more aggressive. He draws the foul.
Well, I think he realizes that coming down, it won't be as easy to run their half-court offense, so he has to be a little bit more aggressive than he normally would as a point guard.
You just heard Coach of Rothesay, Damian Gay, say, I love it. He loves the aggressiveness from Kellen Tynes. Aaron Gurin gets called for the foul on Upper Room. Tynes goes to the line for 2. And he's off the mark on the first. The shots are just not falling right now for Rothesay. Daniel Caripe is checked in for Rothesay. Alamuto gets checked out.
I think the biggest thing, though, they just got to see one going to the basket right now. You just got to get one.
Javier Azagra is on the floor for Rothesay.
That's the one. So they called 11. So that looks like a 1-2-2 right there. A little 1-2 pressure. You want to see the ball get into the middle. And they do a great job of attacking that pressure, though.
Risquez, offensive foul called on the big guy, Luis Risquez.
That was a good attack, though. That was a good attack of the press. They got an open shot. You just want to see Lewis take his time a little bit in that middle of the floor.
Risquez is checked out as Ryler Vargas is checked into the game. Expect to see a lot of Kellen Tynes today.
No, yeah, he's going to have to be aggressive.
Sully pump fakes, pulls up mid-range, short, air ball. Caripe saves it, but into the hands of Rothesay. Aaron Gurin, great handles, passes forward to Marrero. He had him. Turns the ball over.
You hate to see those open floor turnovers, man, when you have the advantage down on the floor. You hate to see it, but being very aggressive right now.
Caripe doesn't want to take the shot, but he does. The 3 off the back iron, rebound, whistle blown. And it's going to be an over-the-back called on Tyler Fiawi, the 7-footer.
Upper Room was being very aggressive in these passing lanes. He wanted to pass that ball back out, but John Carter did a good job of shooting that lane and preventing that pass and forcing that bad shot. So
Marrero
in the
looking
middle
for something. Aaron Gurin back to Marrero. Whistle blows. And what are we looking at here? It looks like we're just looking for a clock reset. So Marrero's going to take it out of bounds.
3:08 remains in the first period.
Aaron Gurin.
Oh, this guy's dangerous with the ball up top. He's real dangerous with the ball in his hands. Oh, a little close there to back court.
Aaron Gurin with the drive. Kicks out Marrero.
Good attack.
Up, under. Can't get it to fall, but a nice play by
Good take,
Andres
though.
Marrero.
That was a really good take. Way to be aggressive.
Here's Caleb Sully. You can't give him space outside.
Look how high John Carter's playing on Kellen, though. He's playing very high in that passing lane.
Sully, 3. Just off. And Rothesay, again, only 1 point in the quarter. Ball down on the ground. We have a jump ball. It is 10-1. Rothesay Netherwood just cannot get a ball in the basket. You know, it's got to be a little bit of both, right, Xavier? It's got to be Upper Room playing great defense and Rothesay just not getting the ball in the basket.
Rothesay has some good shot attempts that haven't gone down, but also Upper Room is being very aggressive. I think what Rothesay need to do is when they get a stop, they got to just push it. They got to push it.
Marrero gets the lucky roll. Andres Marrero's on the board for the first points of the day
right here,
for him.
They just got to go. They got to go. They got to go. They got to go. Got to be aggressive.
You can see Kellen Tynes trying to get going, misses the layup.
Shot. Not a good shot.
Right forward, Marrero.
See, they need to get up in them as well.
Marrero underneath, ball on the floor. And a great defensive possession by Rothesay. Let's see if they can turn it around. Tynes goes up with it. Can't get it to fall. Rebound. Dion right forward. Loses the ball out of bounds. It's going to stay with Rothesay.
And you hate to be critical of a young point guard. He drove to the basket, but he had a man open in the corner for a three. I think in a game like this, you want to get an open shot. He should have kicked it out for that three, but you hate to be critical of a young point guard. He'll learn that over time.
Here's Alamutu.
They're trying to do a three-man weave action.
Pump fake. Oh, that's a great play by Dion right
really
forward. Almost
good.
Alamutu for three. Rolls around the rim, can't get it to go. I guess that rim's a little tighter today.
I think we need to check the tightness of the rims on that side. I'm asking the refs, is there a lid on the basket on that side? We need to check these rims, man.
Marrero goes baseline, almost loses up
trickery.
with the left hand. Nice play. Andres Marrero cleans up his possible own mess.
A little trickery down there.
Alamutu already down the floor, gets up and gets fouled.
But I like that. Be aggressive. Try to get to the free throw line and get some easy points. They need some easy points right now.
Fouls called number 24.
Easy points.
Rayler Vargas, that's his first.
Rayler Vargas is called for the foul for Upper Room. Some substitutions going to be made after the first free throw. Samuel Alamutu at the free throw line. A 6'4" guard. And Alamutu is one of the two players that we're looking at today for Rothesay as Kellen Tynes takes his first seat and Javier Azagra is checked out. Jack Fifield is checked back in along with Matt Pinnell.
I think what Rothesay needs to do, they need to space the floor out a little bit more, and I guess they might need to run some screen roll to free up Kellen and Samuel, free up some space for them on the floor.
Alamutu goes 2 for 2. With the ball now for Upper Room, A.J. McMorris.
Good young guard right there.
Right forward.
I don't let him get to that left
hand. Drives, goes up with it, can't finish. Board. Alamutu's got it.
He got it, throw it up.
Weaving in and out.
Yeah.
Pinnell steps up for three. Can't get it to fall. Offensive board. Back up with it. And good. There we go. An actual field goal. Mateo Zagar gets the first field goal for Rothesay Netherwood.
That was a good shot. That was a good attack. But
look at Dion right forward. There's the athleticism.
Don't let him get to that left hand. Don't let him get to that left hand. Don't let him get to that left hand. I don't care. I don't care. Don't let him get to that left hand. He's a strong guard when he gets to that basket, man.
20 seconds left in the first quarter. With Alamutu with it, right forward. On defense.
A basket hit will really help Rothesay because they've had a really bad first quarter. They can get it down to single digits. It'd be really useful for them. A little one-on-one action.
Alamutu, floater, no good. Offensive board. Goes back up with it. Draws the foul with a second and a half remaining on the clock.
With all due
great play by Samuel Alamutu as Bernardo Amendaris gets called for the foul.
With all due respect, even though Rothesay's had like a terrible first quarter offensively, they're only down 11 with a chance to cut it to 9.
No, the defense has actually not been terrible for Rothesay. Listen, it's not like they're not playing physical. It's just the shots aren't falling, and you got to give credit to Upper Room for playing great defense so far.
They need this.
Makes them both.
Good way to end their quarter. Good way to end the quarter. A good way to end the quarter.
And ladies and gentlemen,
so 16-7.
Maybe get them playing off the ball a little bit, not having them play on the ball so defense can key in on them.
Starters are in for Upper Room. Aaron Marrero, Risquez, right forward.
Dangerous.
And Chovomansky. Here's Marrero.
Oh, that's money.
Shot off the front iron, no good. Board comes for Alamutu.
And this is what I'm talking about. Get in transition. Get in transition, push it.
Up underneath, up and good. Shot goes down for Mateo Zagar.
But see what I mean? Get the ball in transition, play quick. You don't have to play against the half-court defense every possession. Get up quick, and they got a really... It was a tough shot, but a shot close to the rim.
Marrero with it. Risquez wide open. Floater up and good.
Good offense. Easy offense right there.
That high pick and roll is always pretty reliable. Luis Risquez with another field goal for him.
Especially when the low man doesn't rotate over.
Underneath. Risquez with a block.
Good defense by Lewis. Really good way to keep it. Stands tall and play tall.
Marrero. Right forward. Guarded by Alamutu. And the coach for Upper Room, Yohan Sanchez, calls a timeout.
Get a good shot. I expect them to run a crisper offense now. Good defense up top, though. Really good way to get into the ball.
Right forward, up with the left hand, fighting through contact, and there it is right there. See, this is the kind of thing that we need to see at a Dion Wright Ford today, that crazy athleticism from this 6'3" guard.
He's a bulldozer. He's a bulldozer guard. He takes all comers going to the basket.
Here's Fifield, takes a wide open but long shot, offensive board, nice play. Mateo Zagar is the only guy that's been putting the ball in the basket for Rothesay. Maybe they got to get it in his hands a little bit more.
That was a right time, right place kind of bucket right there. He was at the right place at the right time.
Right forward, thinking about it.
Oh, boy.
Goes opposite the screen. Left hand, no good. Rebound, Pinnell. Up for Zagar. Throws it down, Mateo Zagar.
But see, when I'm talking about they get into transition, they're really not having to play against that half-court defense. Doing a real good job of really pushing the pace right now.
Out of the 11 points that Rothesay Netherwood has, Mateo Zagar has 8 of them.
Oh, that's good defense, but a better shot.
Shot, no good. Rebound, Alamutu pushing. Goes one-on-one with right forward. Kicks to Fifield. Outside turnover. Upper Room slowing it down. Here's Andres Marrero with the ball.
Alamutu got to be a little bit smarter with that pass. He put his teammate in a bad position right there. But that comes with time and playing the game a long time. Oh, that's good defense by Alamutu, though. Way to get it back.
Marrero.
They are doing a good job defensively, though.
No, this is. I will say this: Rothesay is playing very physical defense. Upper Room shots are just going down, and Rothesay having trouble on the offensive end so far. Here's Pinnell pushing hard. Floater for Pinnell, good.
Floater.
Pinnell.
Good floater. Again, they're trying to get some momentum and start to make shots now. They're trying to feel a little bit good about their game right now.
That's Matt Pinnell's first bucket. Marrero.
Really good job on ball defense right now. Really good job.
Risquez in the post underneath. Nice play, Chovomansky. And they're going to call a travel here on Peter Chovomansky.
You see Rothesay's energy start to pick up. They're picking up the energy level.
This is a 5-point game, Xavier. It's 20-15. 4:45 left here in the first half. Some new faces on the floor for Rothesay. Fiawi is checked in, as well as Daniel Caripe. Kellen Tynes is checked in as well.
I expect Kellen Tynes to get a shot down on this possession right now. This is a big part of the ball game early on in the game. This is a big possession.
Pinnell. Tynes.
Christian is really active with their hands.
Pinnell, 3, no good. Rebound, nice play by John Carlos Aranguren.
That was a big rebound by the guard. That was a grown man rebound right there. Way to fight down there with the bigs.
He's been very active so far in this game.
He's doing a good job of just doing the little things for Upper Room. Oh, they got to get the ball.
Fiawi, Pinnell, lob, can't finish the lob. Mateo Zagar can't finish on the other end.
But they're being very aggressive right now. Both teams is playing very aggressive.
Marrero, good look from outside, no good. Rebound, up and good, coming from Rayler Vargas.
A big-time rebound, big-time basket. Try to slow down the run from Rothesay.
Kellen Tynes drives, kicks outside. Zagar for 3, off the front iron. Rebound by McMorris.
But I like their aggressiveness, though. I like they kind of picked up their pace. They don't want Upper Room to dictate what type of shots they get, but at the same time, they have to kind of be more aggressive. They still got to be more aggressive a little bit in my mind. You know, I don't mind taking 3-point shots, but I think in this time, go to the basket.
Right.
Calls on number 23, Daniel Caripe.
Also, it's 4 fouls to 2. If I'm Ross, I'm trying to get into the bonus within this last minute or so. Try to get to the bonus, get some easy baskets. Easy baskets at the free throw line.
Daniel Caripe is called for the foul.
Into the ball game.
Zach Bottagoni is checked into the game as well. Mateo Zagar is checked out. Javier Azagra is checked in as well for Rothesay.
The 2-3 zone right now. You want to see the ball get to the middle of the floor. See, that was not a
Picked
good
off.
pass.
Here comes Tynes. Left hand finish. Kellen Tynes, that's his first bucket.
When you're in the zone, though, you don't, as an offensive player, you don't want to telegraph your passes. John Collins did a terrible job of telegraphing his pass, which is why I got picked off.
Vargas. Offensive board, Marrero up and in. Vargas.
Rothesay got to rebound that basketball. When you get that first shot stop, you got to rebound the basketball.
Here's Tynes. Kicks outside. Shot from three, no good from Azagra. Can't get it to go. McMorris with the rebound. Pushing it up is Marrero.
Honestly, this has been a well-played first half from both teams, real honestly. Rothesay's done a good job of stabilizing the ship and not letting this lead get out of hand. One-on-one, I like it. I like the move.
Vargas up, and they're going to call a travel on Raylor Vargas. No basket.
He had him beat. He didn't need a pump fake. He had him beat.
He had him.
He had him on the baseline. A little hesitation caused that travel violation. But it was a good move, though. I like it. It's a good move.
Alamutu's checked in as well for Rothesay.
That's the
Now
shot
with
they
a
need.
deep three off the front iron.
That's the shot they need to make, though. Wide open three, you got to make that shot.
Marrero.
One-on-one with Kellen. I like it.
Risquez with it, backing down. Backdoor
Good
cut,
backdoor
Marrero, right hand, can't finish. Vargas with the finish. Upper room going with size right now. Chovomansky, Vargas, and Risquez all on the floor at the same time.
Yeah, that's a very big front line for that Ross has to deal with right now.
That's a nice fader by Kellen Tynes.
But when you got it, when you got to use your speed when you got it. When you got size on the floor, you got to use your speed to counteract that.
A minute 20 left here in the first half. 26-19, upper room. Dion Wright Ford is checked in for upper room. Chovomansky checks out. Fifield goes in for Bottagoni for Rothesay.
My gut tells me that Dion's going to find a way to get to the basket this possession. I'm calling it.
Calling shots.
I'm calling it right now.
Aaron Guerin.
Let's see if they're going to make me out to be a liar.
Matt Pinnell's played really, really physical defense.
That's a physical guard right there. That's a physical guard, and they're doing a good job. He's doing a good job playing against the size right now. You know, he's playing on the sides right now at that 4 position, and he's doing a good job of being physical.
Risquez got the mismatch on Fifield. Can't take advantage. Risquez inside. And a foul is called. And they're going to call it on Jack Fifield.
Rothesay's having a real hard time with the size of the room right now.
Yeah.
Upper room's getting a lot of offensive rebounds, really crashing the boards. They haven't capitalized on it really too much yet, but the fact that they're getting those boards bodes well for late in the game.
Marrero in the corner,
Another
no good.
rebound.
Offensive board, Risquez. Alamutu, physical, driving. And they're going to... It's going to be a plain turnover. No call, no nothing. A lot of contact, but no call coming from the ref. Rothesay turns it over, upper room ball.
That had to be something.
I was going to say that's a lot of contact for nothing.
If he called a blockage, I would have been fine with either or, but it got to be something. That was a lot of contact. Oh, good defense by Kellen.
Play. Kellen Tynes able to finish. Great play by Kellen Tynes, the guard.
Good defense. Good defense by Kellen. Way to be a lead out there on the floor.
Those long arms.
There it is.
Right forward. Can't finish through contact, but another offensive rebound there by Luis Risquez.
They're going to find a way to deal with that rebound at the half.
15 seconds remaining. Rothesay will more than likely hold for the last shot. Tynes with it. 8 seconds. Guarding him is Aaron Guerin. Tynes kicks outside. Pinnell.
Good defense by Don Carlos.
Great play by Aaron Guerin. And that is starters in for both teams over Rothesay. Rothesay in upper room in the first matchup of the 3rd annual Gotham Hoops Classic here at Holy Cross High School in Queens.
It's still anyone's game right now, though, honestly. It's still a close game. Both teams still have a chance to pull this one out.
Pinnell working on Marrero. Nice
good move, though.
Goes up right hand. Nice play. Matt Pinnell. He's been very good for them lately.
Yes, that was a very aggressive move.
He had a rough first quarter, but in the second and now starting here in the third, he's been very, very good.
That was some dance lessons on that one.
Risquez underneath. Nice play. Chovomansky.
Good high-low action right there. Good high-low action. And what I realized, though, is that Upper Room Christian has a lot of high IQ players on that team. They haven't taken a lot of bad shots today.
No. Call Upper Room basketball.
No, they're really not forcing anything.
Everything's been within the flow of whatever the defense has given them in the flow of their offense. So they've done a good job of having good shot selection.
Here's Marrero.
I see a dump down going in right now.
Marrero takes it himself up under.
Little tight
Aaron
back on the
Guerin,
baseline.
right forward, guarding against Alamutu. That's a big physical matchup.
That's a big physical matchup right there. That's big boy basketball on that side of the floor. Little 4 seconds left on the clock. Oh, good pass.
Aaron Guerin underneath draws the foul.
In a basketball game, that 1 second of hesitation.
Damian Gay, the coach for Rothesay, was issued a warning. We'll see where that goes. But a foul called on Kellen Tynes as John Carlos Aaron Guerin goes to the line for a couple as he knocks down the first.
Rothesay fell asleep for 1 second.
1 second.
1 second. You hate to see that happen.
You just hate to see it.
And that's why Coach got warning, because he was yelling at his plays. He wasn't yelling at the refs, he was yelling at his plays. 1 second.
Here's Tynes.
He
Guarded
has
by
to be more
Aaron Guerin.
aggressive.
Upper Room has done a really good job at shutting Kellen Tynes down for the most part. Floater for Tynes. Off the front iron. Can't get it to go.
Yeah, very rarely has he been going up against one defender. He's been seeing 2 and 3 defenders all afternoon.
Chovomansky finds Marrero. Marrero's got a little bit of space here.
But you don't want to take a bad shot in this time of the ball game.
Right forward against Alamutu. Kicks outside. Chovomansky for 3. Off the back iron. No good.
Yeah,
right forward. Up
Oh.
underneath. Aaron Guerin up. No good. Tip back.
offensive
Aaron Guerin
rebounding.
good. Another just offensive rebounding clinic by Upper Room on that end of the
They
floor.
gotta just find a man and put a body on them at this point.
Fifield just off on the 3. Here's Alamutu. Kicks back out Pinnell. Cross court to Tynes. Alamutu thought about it. Step
move.
back. Nice play. Off the back iron. No good. Into the hands of Marrero. He's pushing fast break. Up and in. Andres Marrero with the easy transition bucket. And Upper Room starting with the momentum here in the second half.
That
Here's
was good
Tynes.
defense by Upper Room. And they're very active defensively.
Tynes.
You're seeing 3 defenders right there.
Kicks outside. Alamutu. Outside, Tynes, open corner 3,
That's the shot
buries
they
it.
needed.
And there's Kellen Tynes hitting the outside shot. That could be the jump start for him.
Yeah, simple basketball right there. Beat your man, find the open man. And now they got to push it.
Zagar, here's Pinnell into the paint, loses the ball. It's going to go by way of Upper Room.
Upper Room has done a good job of getting back in transition. They've gone back in transition and made a wall in front of the basket. And it's really hard for Rothesay to get easy looks at the rim. Every time Kellen's drove, he's had 2 and 3 guys on him because Upper Room's gotten too many offensive rebounds. Because their first shot defense has been great. Rothesay's first shot defense has been great. It's just been giving up too many offensive rebounds.
Chovomansky, right hand, no good. Offensive board
rebound.
against right forward for 3, off the front iron. Physical play. Pinnell driving it the other way for Rothesay. Here comes Tynes. Thought about it. Kicks outside in the corner for Sully. Fiawi underneath. Trying to win the battle. Left hand, can't finish. And he can't hang on to the ball. See, that's the youth coming out in Fiawi right there. We could have had that offensive board. Just slips out of the hands. Just those tiny little mistakes that come with inexperience.
The good thing about him, he's only a sophomore.
Yeah,
He's only a
he's a young
sophomore, so
guy.
he has to put on weight and get a little more and get in the gym, work on his skill level. But the future's bright for them.
Here's right forward. Gets a screen. Outside, Marrero pump fakes underneath. And they're going to call a travel here on Dion right forward.
But I like the willingness of Upper Room to pass the basketball, to move the basketball and trying to find a better shot than a good shot.
Right. Here's Kellen Tynes. 36-26, Upper Room leads with just under 4 minutes to play in the third.
Still a ball game, though, but they need to get a basket. I like the shot.
Pinnell, Tynes, pump fakes, step back, thought about it, goes cross court, dangerous pass, Sully with the save, and it goes out of bounds, Upper Room. And again, this is, Rothesay just, they look a little out of sorts. And this defense for Upper Room is being really disruptive and forcing them to change their game plan.
Offense is hard when the defense is playing aggressive and shooting the passing lanes. And that's exactly what Upper Room Christian is doing. They're being physical and they're shooting the passing lanes, and it makes it real hard to get that ball movement and man movement. We talk about moving the basketball, man movement.
Right.
But if the defense is in the passing lanes, and I can't even make my regular swing, it makes it hard to run an offense.
Right. So Rayler Vargas heading to the line. Rothesay with a fresh group.
You never want to leave points on the table.
And Fiawi are checked out. Azagra is checked in. We're also seeing Zach Bottagoni is checked in, as well as Daniel Caripe. Off the front iron and good for the second.
3:23 remains.
Oh, Upper Room's a little full court pressure right now. 1-2-2.
Sully loses the ball right forward.
That left
hand good.
If he gets that left hand, it's a bucket. Whoa.
Here's Tynes.
And that was a good coaching decision by the Upper Room Christian coach to put a little pressure to shake it up a little bit. Another turnover.
Upper Room's defense has just been relentless today.
Swarming is a better word.
Right forward, can't finish. Board. Rothesay with it. Kellen Tynes.
Upper Room's really trying to put their stamp on this game right now. They're trying to get this lead out to about 15, 16, 17, maybe even 20 if they can.
Tynes.
But big answer by Tynes.
That's the stuff that we know that Kellen Tynes can do on occasion, is those long threes. Kellen Tynes has the ability to take over a game. It's just Upper Room has shut him down for the most part.
That was a big answer to stop the bleeding. Because it was looking going to get a little ugly for a minute.
Right.
But Kellen's like, no, not yet. We're still fighting.
Tynes. And they're going to call a moving screen here on Zach Bottagoni.
Calls on number 25, Zach Bottagoni.
That's a tough one. But it was the right call, though.
Yeah.
Whenever you clip defensive player, they're going to call that the other way every time.
Yeah.
10-point ball game.
Right forward is checked out as Bernardo Armendariz is checked in for Upper Room. They go a little smaller here. Poked away.
Big time stop by
Kellen Tynes underneath, up and under good. And there's Kellen Tynes again. Could this be a bit of a turnaround?
5 straight for Kellen. He's answering the call. The phone was ringing. He said, I got this call. Don't worry. I got this call. We here. We're still here. We're still alive. But they need to get a stop right now. Another stop.
Aaron Gurin, look from 3, off the back iron. Board goes to Risquez, and the lay-in good with the right hand. Luis Risquez again on the offensive glass. That's been the thing that's killed Rothesay all day.
If I'm coach, I'm just like, if we end up losing this game, I'm going to just go on the board and go rebounding. This game came down to rebounding.
They're going to call a travel on Kellen Tynes.
1:24 remains in the third period. Into the ball.
Samuel Alamutu is checked in for Daniel Caripe. Mateo Zagar is checked in also for Bottagoni. So Rothesay trying to inject some offense into this lineup today. Zagar has been solid in the first half. Aaron Gurin almost turning the ball over, almost a backcourt in that play.
A lot of dribbling going on up top. They need to move that basketball.
Marrero
swings there.
Armendariz. Here's Marrero.
I expect him to take a shot this possession.
Here we go. Outside, underneath, almost off the foot of Marrero. Board by Alamutu. Nice play.
But that's
pushing it forward. Here's Kellen Tynes. Throwing it down is Kellen Tynes. And here we go, 41-33.
And that dunk was more for his team's momentum. He
There
could
it
raise
is.
the ball up, but that was for momentum. He wanted to steal that momentum away from upper room. And it'd be a little more aggressive. Here he goes again.
Here comes Tynes.
Straight to the rim.
With Aaron Guerin on his back,
And
left
one.
hand, good, and one. Nice play. Kellen Tynes hitting the deck hard and drawing the foul.
That's what you call senior leadership.
That is
point guard position.
That's a great play by Kellen Tynes as he goes to the line for one more with a chance to make this a 5-point game. Listen, I know that we're doing a lot of praising of upper room and a lot of, I wouldn't call it bashing, but Rothesay has looked like they've played clearly on the opposite end of upper room. But I'll tell you, it's a 5-point game. This is nowhere near out of reach. Upper room that hasn't been able to pull away. Rothesay able to climb themselves back into it.
Yeah, no, honestly, they kept fighting. They keep fighting. They're not giving up offensive rebounds because a lack of effort.
It's the size.
It's just the size. It's the size.
Kellen Tynes hit the deck
But at
hard.
some
He's
point, you
checked
have
out
to
of the
say
game.
enough's enough. Enough's enough. We're not going to give them no more offensive rebound. Enough is enough.
Javier Azagra has checked in for Kellen Tynes. Tynes might
big
need
possession.
He hit the deck hard.
A big possession for Rothesay. They went in. Oh,
Marrero kicks outside. Chovomansky for three. Airballs it. There's the over-the-back call on Rayler Vargas.
Great box out by the Rothesay guard. Great box out. That was a great box out.
Great box out by Samuel Alamutu on that play.
RNS basketball.
So
And
on
coach
the
had to
floor for
applaud that
Rothesay,
effort.
on the floor for Rothesay, it's Alamutu, Pinnell, Azagra, with Zagar and Caleb Sully. Almost a turn, and it is a turnover. But nothing crazy here. The score with Upper Room leading Rothesay Netherwood. Upper Room in the red and Rothesay in the white. Here's Marrero.
A little aggressive zone action right now.
Vargas, Marrero. Underneath Risquez. They're going size again. Here's Wright Ford. Aaron Guerin. Marrero with it. Risquez going for it. Right hand good.
Easy.
And there we go. Upper Room's figured it out. The size is bothering Rothesay. Sully goes
tough
up
move.
right hand. Nice
Oh,
play.
there it is. That's a
Mateo
physical
Zagar,
rebound.
physical
They gotta
rebound.
fight.
And Wright Ford with the board. Here's Marrero. Kicks to Aaron Guerin. Goes to Dion Wright Ford. Screen. Nice
defense
play by Tynes. Outside Marrero. Risquez. The elbow good.
He's been good in that middle of the floor in that zone. He's been really good in the middle of the zone.
He's been a
Two
key
straight
player for them
possessions.
all game is Luis Risquez, 45-36, as Upper Room is on the board twice to start the quarter.
You know, is this something about?
And it looks like we're going to get a...
That's something about when you want to extend the lead, getting it down to the big man, allowing them to work a little bit patiently down there. This is something about that.
Personal foul called on Giancarlos Aaron Guerin. Sully with the inbound. Goes to Alamutu. Top of the key, Pinnell. Tynes. Zagar. Tynes. Pinnell. Three. Good!
Big time shot. Big time
Pinnell
shot.
with the three. Great play. 45-39.
Whoa!
Almost out of bounds. Nice play by Aaron Guerin. And here's Risquez again. Can't get it to fall. But Vargas is there. And the block by Alamutu from behind.
But you know what I like that Rothesay is doing? They're starting to fight back against those bigs. They're starting to really try to push them
A lot
out.
of
Really
heavy
be-
box outs.
Yeah. A lot of it's almost like punching the heavy bag in boxing. They're really trying to push him and get him out of there.
Marrero. Here's Wright Ford. Now, I will say this. It has been the size for Upper Room that's been bothersome. Risquez again can't get it to fall, but Alamutu with the rebound.
Alamutu said enough of this.
Up and over, almost turned over, and what are we getting for a call? And it's going to go by way of Upper Room as it's out of bounds on Matt Pinnell. I'll be honest, Rothesay has done a really nice job of controlling the perimeter, keeping Dion Wright Ford and Andres Marrero off the scoreboard for the most part.
The perimeter defense has been fine.
And there's
Except for
Wright
that
Ford,
play.
except
for that play.
speaking of the devil, Dion Wright Ford with the left hand.
I just turned around and see him glide into the basket with no one there. But the perimeter defense has been really good, though.
Pinnell for
Another
three.
That felt
Feeling himself a little
That
bit.
felt more like a subtle shot to me. That felt more like him trying to make an 8-point shot.
Here's Marrero. 8-point lead for Upper Room, 47-39.
Up top, though. Good defense up top.
Marrero, here's Vargas. Underneath Risquez, tipped out of bounds. Going to stay with Upper Room.
5:17 remains in this ball game.
5:17 remaining here in the fourth.
Quick shout out. Shout out to the rest. This has been a really
Well officiated game. Except you've got beef with that one ref
I've got
for that
beef
big contact play. You're going to have to talk to him after the game.
I think he thought it was a football game for a minute.
Risquez off the back iron, can't get it. Offensive board.
Ball right there.
And a nice play. Luis Risquez has been dominating on the glass.
That was bully ball right there.
Back to a 10-point game. Rothesay's got to cut down on this lead. 5 minutes left in the game.
Good job of Upper Christian and putting that ball in the paint to kind of stem the tide of this game.
Zagar with the nice board. Goes back up with it. Good.
Oh.
Mateo Zagar. A nice play. He's been very good on the offensive end. He's been one of their lone bright spots.
They need to force some more turnovers now. Try to get up in that open court.
Marrero, Risquez, Vargas. Thought about it.
Good patience by Upper Room Christian on this possession. Good patience. They don't want to
Not
force a
rushing
bad shot.
anything. Aaron
They know the clock
Garrett,
is their friend right now.
right forward. Gets a screen. Drives left hand. Right forward is dominant going to his left.
If he goes to his left hand, it's a bucket.
It's over.
It's a bucket. You got to get him away from that left hand going to the basket.
Tynes is thinking about that deep shot. Alamutu kicks back out. Pinnell. Zagar. Pinnell again. Drives in. Almost turned over. Alamutu, big guy. Sully. Pump fakes. Corner three. Off the front iron. Can't get it to go. Caleb Sully can't get a shot to fall. Here's right forward. Euro step. Left hand. Physical play. And a foul is called. Late whistle.
Fouls called on number 2, Samuel.
And we are getting a call here on Samuel Alamutu.
I think we all knew he was going to that left hand.
Ladies and gentlemen, a full shooting 2 at the line for Upper Room, number 15, Ian Wright.
He needs to make these free throws.
Hits the first. So we're stretching the lead out now. It's now an 11-point game.
Another big free throw here.
An Upper Room sticking with the size. Risquez and
Why go away
Vargas
from it?
both on the floor at the same time. No, I agree with you.
Why go away from it? It's been working. It got us extended this lead.
Fifield, three. Good. Huge three from Jack Fifield.
So now the fun starts. Now the fun starts.
Right forward, looking for a foul. Doesn't get it. Aaron Gurin for three. Can he answer? Yes, he does. John Carlos Aaron Gurin with the massive answer. Tynes three. Off the back iron. No good. Rebound. Fitfield. Tried to kick it back out. Bad pass. Here's right forward. Down the lane. Left hand. Misses the layup. But there's John Carlos Aaron Gurin. He's been phenomenal today.
Another offensive rebound. Another stop. Another turnover.
Here's Aaron Gurin. Vargas. Right forward. Aaron Gurin with it. And Upper Room is going to take their time with this.
Let's take their time. No, you didn't need to rush a shot.
Three is good from Risquez, and it's going to be tough to come back now. 61-44, and another turnover by Rothesay. They're trying to make something happen, and they can't do anything at this point. Kellen Tynes called for the foul for Rothesay.
A tough minute of basketball for Rothesay just now, and that was a tough minute of basketball. Started with the no-call block,
Remains in this ball game.
and then Upper
A
Room
couple
just
of
put a nice
shots
little
don't
run.
fall, a couple of turnovers.
Into the game for RNS.
Matt Pinnell
This
is
is a tough
checking
stretch of
in.
basketball.
Also, number 25,
Jack Fifield is checked in.
The good thing for them, though, is that they don't got to wait 3 days for another game. They got another one tonight. So they can kind of fix up some stuff. Another offensive rebound.
Out of bounds. Great defensive play by Rothesay. Vargas couldn't hang on to the ball.
I wouldn't be surprised if we went Rothesay locker room after this. You see them practicing box outs.
Or getting taller.
Yeah.
Bottagoni can't get it to fall. Pinnell goes for a three. Off the front iron, no good. Vargas with the rebound. 2 minutes left, 17-point lead for Upper Room. This game feels just about over.
If you're Upper Room, you just don't want to turn the ball over. You want to just run the clock.
And there's a turnover.
You don't want turnovers like that. You just want to run the clock out and try to go home with this W.
Tynes has to get really aggressive here. Here's Pinnell for three. They need this one, and he got it. 61-47. Matt Pinnell with the three. A minute 40 remaining. A 14-point lead. Still a long ways to go. They need a bunch of offensive possessions and a couple of turnovers. Here's Marrero. Here's Aaron Guerin in the corner. Vargas. Right forward. Nice play. Left hand blocked away by Tynes, but right forward has it again.
He shot a shot and got his own rebound. That just can't happen.
Turnover. Pinnell
Another three.
looking for something.
Go for
Alamutu for three. Off the mark. Rebound. Fiawi. There's the rebound. Pinnell for three again. Off the front iron. And it's going to be a foul called on Bottagoni.
You see for Rothesay, the three-point shot is a crucial weapon for them. And because they haven't made them, they've been lacking in the scoring department right now.
Jack Fifield is checked in for Matt Pinnell. Caleb Suley is checked in for Samuel Alamutu.
1.4 seconds remaining in this
And
ball game.
it looks like Tyler Fiawi is checked in for Javier Azagra.
If you're Upper Room, you just want to get over half court, hold the ball. You'll even take a shot clock violation, honestly. You just want to run this clock out as quickly as possible.
Aaron Guerin to right forward, guarded heavy by Suley. Step back shot, right forward, no good. They're going to call a foul here on Luis Risquez. 42 seconds remaining in the game, 61-47 with Upper Room leading Rothesay. Risquez is checked out as Nikola Andrić
Majoka Andre.
is checked into the game for Upper Room.
Gotta go quick.
Up and good. Mateo Zagar.
And if you're
Shot
Upper
clock
Room,
is
just
turned
dribble
off.
just dribble the clock out.
Here's Marrero. 16 seconds remaining. It looks like Marrero is just going to dribble this thing close to out. 6 seconds left. And here we go. That's going to do it.
Good ball game by Upper Room. Good game playing by them.
And there we go. That does it. Final score 61-49.